YouTube, what is up? It's your boy Jason from the Lock Talk. We're back for another NBA game day breakdown, but I'm going to continue it again, man. I'm going to be talking about my 4 favorite player props for tonight's NBA games with an over 70% hit rate over the last 10 games. So if you're interested in this type of content, man, make sure you watch the entire video. But before I go off and start talking about these plays, please hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, let me know what you got. But just to recap how we did yesterday, man, I went 3-1 in the YouTube videos. The only play that did not hit was Jaren Jackson Jr. 7.5 rebounds and assists. Part of it was because the Grizzlies blew out the Utah Jazz. But other than that, Jalen Green rebounds and assists hit in the second quarter. I've been clinging over 10.5 rebounds and assists also hit, and then under 5.5 rebounds for Keldon Johnson also hit as well. So if you watched the last one, you got paid. But not only that, if you did watch or you were part of my premium, you also cashed out. We went 2-1 in premium. And just to show you some of the stats, man, this is how we've been doing over the last month, up 15.6 units. And just yesterday alone, if I could pull it up right here, I don't know why the screen's not loading, but we went 2-1. I had Donovan Clingan rebounds and assists as a premium play. And also Jalen Green points. He also cashed on that as well. The only play we did lose was the Spurs versus I'm forgetting the Detroit Pistons over in the first half. But nonetheless, man, it's been an incredible week, month, and day. Yesterday, I am on an 8-1 run. So if you do want to come tap in with me, all you gotta do is join us in my premium chat. You can come here, grab yourself a package, but I'll put something special down below so you guys can get in for absolutely free or for a major discount. You have MLB coming back. We got the early bird special, the entire season only for $9.99. And if you have not watched all my last YouTube videos or been with me last year in premium, we absolutely crushed MLB, and I'm adding insurance this time around. So if you do want to tap in for the MLB and we don't have a profitable year, I'll give you the rest of the year completely free. That's right, completely free. And you can actually use Afterpay or Klarna if you don't want to pay all this up front. If you have any questions, please let me know. Let's get straight into the plays, man. Talk about all the plays I got for today. And we're going to talk about, again, 4 of my favorite player props with an over 70% hit rate over the last 10 games. At least some obviously will hit better than others. But for the first one I want to talk about is my man, Michael Porter Jr., 1.5 assists. He is the small forward for the Denver Nuggets. And the big thing on why I think he's been doing so well is been the injuries, man. Nikola Jokic is a game-time decision, but from all intents and purposes, I don't see that he's going to be playing, man. I don't think he plays, so I think he stays out. Not only that, Aaron Gordon, he's a game-time decision as well. Christian Braun, I think he's probably playing, but regardless, man, he has been getting a lot more assist chances ever since Jokic has been out. Obviously, Jokic is the highest usage player, and now from his old maybe 1 to 3 assists per game, he's been getting around 5 to 4 assist chances per game. And I think it's a really good matchup because the Milwaukee Bucks give up assists at one of the highest rates over the last 7 to 15 games. And it's going to be a fast-paced type game. Milwaukee does have a pretty good defense, but hey, look, I think Michael Porter Jr. will be covered. I mean, he's going to have, I think, either Kyle Kuzma or maybe Giannis on him. So he will be forced probably to pass it out, dish it out to guys like Jamal Murray, even DeAndre Jordan, maybe to give some alley-oops, but I like his chances. This number is just way too low, and we're getting a pretty decent price at -120 on BetMGM. So give me Michael Porter Jr. over 1.5 assists against the Milwaukee Bucks as our first play of the game. He's been hitting this at an extremely good rate, and again, when he's played without Nikola Jokic, he's probably the biggest factor. I mean, you've seen his potential assists rise from like almost nothing to around 3 to 4 to 5 a game, man. And that's all you need, man. He just needs to convert 2 of these and you're good money. All right, guys, let's talk about the next one. And the next one's another assist prop that I do like. It's my man, Tyrese Haliburton, over 9.5 assists. They will be playing the Los Angeles Lakers. And if you did not know, the Los Angeles Lakers, I mean, they have everyone back, essentially. They have Luka, they have LeBron back. But the reason why I like this play so much is just the matchup, man. I mean, Lakers maybe on the season about a little bit above league average in terms of assists allowed, but in terms of assists allowed to point guards, they actually allow assists at the highest rate in the NBA over the last 7 to 15 games against opposing point guards. So Tyrese Haliburton has an extremely good matchup, and not just be over the last 10, but you've seen his potential says absolutely rise, man. Over around 20 to 21 assist chances per game. I mean, the Lakers defense has definitely stepped up, but I think overall their hype is kind of phased down. I mean, I still don't think Rui Hachimura is playing or he might be coming off the bench. LeBron James is back. Dorian Finney-Smith is back. So yeah, maybe their defense is a little bit better, but I also think the Pacers offense has kind of stepped it up ever since Haliburton has been back. He's really the leader of this team. He's getting more assist chances. If you remember maybe a few years ago, maybe 1 or 2 years ago, Tyrese Haliburton used to get 11 and a half assists as his line for his assists. And I think now he's back to his old form. He's been averaging around 11 to 12 assists per game. And with everyone back, Siakam, Nembhard, Nesmith, I think he has all his weapons to actually attack this Lakers team in the end and needs to win games to maintain their seeding. And I think it's going to be a competitive game that'll be back and forth. And I think he'll get over 9.5 assists. He's been absolutely crushing this line, and he has an extremely good matchup here, man. So this will be my second play on the game. Tyrese Haliburton over 9.5 assists. But let's get into the next two, man. But before I do, I know you guys been probably wondering, how do I get into premium? We've been absolutely killing it, man. 8-1 in the last 9 games I've given out. And the way you do that is go to the pinned comment or description. I put a link for my link tree where I have all my partner apps where you get the best sign-up bonus for whether it's sports books, offshore, or the new sweepstakes sports books like NOVIG that, in my opinion, this one is probably the best book you can sign up on. It's available in almost every state: California, Texas, Florida, New York, New Jersey. They have the best lines in the industry because it's peer-to-peer. So we're not betting minus 110 for bets. We're doing like maybe minus 105, minus 102, plus 100 flat. And that adds up over time. You make more money on your bets or you lose less when you have to lay juice because you lay less. Other than that, if you want to do DFS, like parlay these player props, I have the best bonuses for all these. I have even more if you want to DM me personally, but these are my favorite ones right now. Underdog Fantasy, Parlay Play. I mean, Wanna Parlay is a brand new one. Dabble is probably one of the easiest ones to crack because their lines are super soft. But if you want to just go DGen and bet on a casino, you can also use this. If you go on any of these sites, use our links or codes, I will give you a free week in premium. Just shoot me a DM after you do so. All right, guys, let's get straight into the next two, man. The next two props I do want to talk about are in the same game, but hey, man, I got to talk about my boy right here, man. Kawhi Leonard has been an absolute wagon, not just for his props, but also crushing him with the Clippers, man. The Clippers, they will be going to New York. I'm actually considering going to this game because the Clippers have been making me so much money, but I will say this. The Clippers are not as good on the road than home, so be careful, guys. I've said it many times before. The Clippers, bar none, are the best home covering team in the NBA. Away from the home court, not as much. But this is not obviously betting on a game. We're betting on props. And Kawhi Leonard, he has been crushing this line. If you've been watching him play, he looks like he's back in his own form, man. It's pretty incredible. The one big thing about this game that I actually don't know if it's a good or positive, even if the stats I'm going to show you guys really soon, but James Harden is a game time decision. So that's not very positive. They need James Harden because he's a great facilitator. He's also a big offensive threat. So he provides, spacing for Kawhi because they can't just double team him bar none. But if he was to play without him, it obviously doesn't look too good because his numbers do go down. But you also have to remember in some of these games, he wasn't playing full minutes. So he was playing 20 minutes here, 20 minutes here. I imagine in this game, he's going to be playing like 35 plus minutes. But regardless, I do think he has a really good matchup because the New York Knicks are not playing good against small forwards right now. They're one of the weakest teams against the small forward position or the power forward position where he kind of drives on both sides of the court, even though he'll have OG Anunoby covering him today. Again, even if there's OG Anunoby, Kawhi Leonard has been playing extremely good, man. I mean, just take a look at the amount of minutes he's been playing over the last few games. 35 plus, bro. The only reason why he didn't play so many minutes in this game is that they just blew out the Hornets. So he's been getting a lot of rebound chances, around 11 per game. So I think he has a really good matchup, and he's been performing very well. If Harden doesn't play, I think it's actually a negative, even though he'll likely get more usage. Regardless, the Knicks have not been playing good against forwards, and they're on a back-to-back. They just played last night, so they might be a little bit tired. I think it'd be good for Kawhi Leonard to get a lot of chances, whether it's in the mid-range or at the bucket. So give me my man Kawhi Leonard over 28.5 points and rebounds. I see it at -120 on Bet365 and then -125 everywhere else like DraftKings and BetMGM. All right, fellas, we're up to our last one, man. If you've been with me this long, man, can we absolutely crush the YouTube videos again, man? We went 3-1 yesterday. Can we go 4-0 today, or maybe 3-1 again, man? So let's talk about the last one on the board. And I'm gonna go. I just talked about my boy. We're gonna go with an under right here. Karl-Anthony Towns under 26.5 points in this game. And the reason why I like is because of this right here. Mitchell Robinson might be coming back. I don't think it's a big deal because, like I said in some videos, if you've been following me for a while, Tom Thibodeau runs his starters to the ground. So I don't even know if even if Mitchell Robinson comes back, this is relevant because he still might play like 35 plus minutes. But he just played last night. They played against the Dallas Mavericks. They ended up winning that game. They were losing, but Dallas Mavericks are a much different team. They allow the highest rate of points in the paint and one of the worst rated defenses in the league, especially when they don't have Anthony Davis and a lot of their starters. But I digress. I do think this will be a very tough matchup for him going in Zubac. Clippers are one of the toughest defenses, but also against centers, especially when Zubac's playing. 26.5 is a very high line. He couldn't even get it against Dallas, and they're one of the worst defenses against centers and points in the paint. Yes, Karl can shoot threes, but the Clippers, man, I mean, they have a strong defense, and especially because Miles McBride might also be coming back. I don't know if he's listed in the injury report here, but he may be coming back. He's listed as out, but he's a game time decision. If he comes back, that will also take usage away from Karl-Anthony Towns. And I think there's just too many points, man. Yes, can he get a 30 ball in the game? Absolutely, but he has a tough matchup. They're on a back-to-back. And, I mean, he's not been hitting this line very consistently. The teams he's done it against have been really weak teams, like the Washington Wizards, one of the worst center defenses. The San Antonio Spurs allow, at one point, the highest rate of points in the paint. And the Warriors, another weak center defense. He is now going against a very, very tough center defense in the Clippers. So I like this spot again, man. Clippers also play at a pretty slow pace. It's definitely stepped up a little bit, but same thing with the Knicks, man. They also play at a fairly slow pace, more defensive. So I don't think he has enough opportunities to get over this number right here. So give me for our last play on the board, Karl-Anthony Towns under 26.5 points. But guys, if you've been with me this long, thank you so much for showing love. If you do want to tap in, please go to that pin comment down below, grab yourself a package, or you get on one of our partner apps and get some free money, deposit money, and then get in with us for an entire week. But if anything, man, I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Much love.